Such a touching song, and I have a big emotional tie to this song and to this lady, which, of course, you know, Kia Michaels, this fabulous song that was released about 3 years ago. I love you, and I'm really happy because I have the privilege of having Kia on the phone with me right now. Good morning, Kia.
Good morning, Michael. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. And what about yourself?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
Good. All right. Where are you calling us from, Kia?
I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay, terrific. And this is just amazing, people, because we talked a little bit before, and the sound quality on Messenger is just like outstanding. I mean, it's even better than if I'm calling my next door neighbor. It's just amazing. It's just like, really.
It does sound good. You sound great.
I know. It's like your voice is outstanding. Well, we all know that. But on the phone, it's even better, you know? So cool.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Kia, for accepting this invite this morning.
Gosh.
And,
you're welcome.
And
thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And it brings me back so much memories about this song. It was about 3 years ago, I think, 2017, when Nigel Waymark was on Teerex Radio. And I can't remember if he sent it to me or he sent it to him. It doesn't matter. But both of us flipped on this song. And then my son Steve Johnson, who in the UK, flipped on it also, and I guess,
oh my God,
yeah, and I guess this was really the beginning on this extraordinary ride you've been since.
Wow. Yes, it was the beginning. That was one of a few originals that I started recording in 2015 locally here, and that was my first release. I Love You.
Yeah, and it was a smash just about everywhere.
Wow.
In here in Montreal, I made it to number 1 on Teerex, and in UK Soul Chart and everything.
Oh, man.
And it's still so actual, you know? It's like
I know.
There are these types of songs which are just timeless, you know?
Oh my God! You know what? I can't believe it. You know, I'm very humble, and it's just part of who I am. But I'm humbled that people are still listening to this. I'm still getting people that this is their favorite thus far. So I don't know why. I just came in. I don't know.
I know why. I know why. Because you have this incredible gift of touching people.
Jesus.
Because what you sing and what you write comes from the heart all the time. And that's why people can relate to you so much. I've told you this so many times, especially on social media. You're an incredible emotional coach for so many people. You have this great talent and, of course, the voice on top of that. So you're really, really touching a lot of people. And I can think of this song, which we just discussed a few minutes ago, Not My Friend. Actually, why don't you talk to us about a little bit about that song?
Wow. Well, Not My Friend touches base on being in a relationship that is abusive, but emotionally abusive. And I wrote that song because of conversations with women and men who are in these relationships, and people don't see that as abuse. They see the physical aspect, somebody physically touching you or abusing you, or they see adultery and things like that as being unhealthy. But they don't want to touch base on the emotional aspect of someone that is belittling you, someone that is doesn't communicate with you, that is emotionally unavailable, and just somebody that's mistreating you. And I had an experience with that more than once, and so my experience, as well as the experience of others, had compelled me to write that song.
No, because you've touched a lot of people with that song, because there's so many people who are in these types of relationships and sometimes are scared to get out of them, or don't know what to do, and they don't know who to talk to about it, because it can be such a dark painting that it's even so difficult just to express it. So we're very happy that there's psychologists and people like this that can help us out through life. But this song, without knowing it, you have probably helped a lot of people realize a lot of things about these type of relationships. Yeah. And I have to say,
oh my goodness, thank you.
I have to say a big thank you for that.
Jesus, God, my pleasure. No, thank you for, listening to it and getting those lyrics, because nowadays people are so taken just by the beat, excuse me, and by the rhythm, and they're forgetting those lyrics. And back when, lyrics were everything when it came to a song. It wasn't just about the rhythm or the beat, but people really honed in on the lyrical context within a song. So I'm glad that you get this. I was hoping for everybody else to get it.
I certainly did. It took me a few seconds to understand what this was all about. Kia, just to let you know, we're on about 12 different social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Picarto TV, and now we're live on Mixcloud and Hear This. So we're carrying a lot of a big message here to a lot of people. And on Facebook right now, Muggsy Morris in the UK says, hello, Kia.
Hi, how are you?
Big fan of you. Al Lindsay says, another diva. So there you go. Fatima, who's in the UK, says, absolutely, I always listen to the lyrics. So not really nice comments, so don't think that I completely relate with what you're saying, that people sometimes tap into the beat and don't really listen to the word. But in your case, the words come out, and that takes over everything, especially with this extraordinary voice you have.
Oh, my mom. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Which brings me to this new song that we got about 2 weeks ago. I'm talking about it and I have goosebumps. I'm a goosebump guy. So anything that touches me emotionally, I have goosebumps. I'm
the same way. I'm a goosebump girl.
You're a goosebumper also? Okay.
Yes, I am. I get chills and goosebumps. Yes.
Terrific. So we're in the same gang. So, so we got this holler, and then I started listening to this, and I said, oh, wow, this is so good. I wrote to you immediately. I think I must have listened to it about 4 or 5 times in a row.
Oh my God!
Yeah, brand new one for Kia Michaels, Holler. And now, why don't you talk to us a little bit about that particular new song?
Well, Holler If You Hear Me, I actually wrote that song. No, I wrote the lyrics to that in 10 to 12 minutes. It's so funny because that song was supposed to be, I'm going to say, a spiritually driven song. It was supposed to be about God and giving praise to God, but my producer kind of didn't like the lyrics, and he was like, okay, Kia, we got to go somewhere else, and he kind of lectured me for about 20 minutes. He doesn't play, he's very serious. And so when I hung up with him, it just came to me. And I think because of what happened with George Floyd and so many other Black Americans that were, killed, brutally. And so to make a long story short, the song touches base on racism and police brutality. And it also touches base on kind of this new world order where our children are being subjected to so many things that are going on in social media and things that are going on TV, and they're growing up so fast. And it also touches base on low employment wages. I feel like it's very hard for us as a people, whether you're black, white, whatever you are, it's very hard for us to make it, to make ends meet, and to be able to take care of ourselves, and to provide for our families. So if you listen to the lyrics in that song, there's a part near where I say innocence is lost, and I'm talking about our children growing up. Then there's another part where I'm talking about how I'm underpaid by my boss. And so that's that kind of song. It's talking about inequality, social injustice, and the people were mad, and we are busting at the seams. So that song is all about our cry for change.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I think in the U.S. You've made a major change in the last few months, and I think the entire world is so happy about it. So that should make things change towards another direction. But was this song recorded in Pittsburgh? How was it put together?
Actually, my producer is in New York. That song is with another producer, and he's in New York. And this is crazy that I recorded that in the height of the pandemic. Well, when the pandemic started to really lift just a little bit, and I recorded it here in Pittsburgh. So it was funny. We did a Zoom recording for that. And this is the first time I didn't have a producer kind of in the same room with me. He was in the same room, but only through Zoom.
Only through what? Sorry?
Through Zoom.
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
Yeah, through Zoom.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I wasn't close to where I could reach and actually touch a producer.
Okay.
So we did that through Zoom. I recorded it here in Pittsburgh, but my producer is in New York, and we put it together like that, and that was basically it.
And the musicians were in New York?
Yes. Wow. Yes. Actually, here's the funny part about it, was that that song came to me here. Matter of fact, I get a lot of songs while I'm in the restroom. That's the truth.
Okay.
You know, yes, while I'm in the tub, look, I'm going to be for real. Look, while I'm on the toilet, they just come to me. That's why it's imperative that I keep my phone with me. And, yeah. Listen up here.
I totally understand what you're saying.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Look, sometimes I'll call my daughter. I'll say, get the phone. And I'm in the bathroom, and I'm serious. She'll run that phone in, and I got to record it. And I recorded. I came up with the structure to the song, the melody, and like the chorus line. I came up with the verses and things like that. But I didn't have that bridge. But I recorded myself, and I sent it to the producer, and he was like, okay. And I didn't hear any beef from him. I didn't hear anything. So I said, okay, I can work with this. I like this. And so the musicians put it together in New York. But I knew at that point that I needed a trumpeter on this. And that's why we have Gifton Gellin on this. And I believe he works with Wynton Marsalis. I believe he works along with him.
Okay.
And, he's a younger black musician, black trumpeter. And I think he's amazing. I think he's just going to blow up. But I knew that I knew once he put it together and he sent it to me, I said, okay, I need a trumpeter on this. And actually, you probably have the version that's the radio edit. Is that what you have?
Oh, I really can't answer. We only have one version. The information was adjusted to Teerex radio, so I can't tell you, but I feel it is the radio version. I don't feel it's another one.
Because there's a trumpet solo.
Okay.
In the middle of that song, and that's in the radio edit. It's not in there. We took that out.
Okay. Well, that's the only one we have. Yes. That's the only one we have.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you hear that trumpet, it's like a sound off. But I'm going to have to send you that version as well. But to make a long story short, yes, it was put together in New York as far as the music, but the vocals were put together here.
Cool. Cool.
I did the vocals here.
And understand what you talk about inspiration. You have to write it down right now, because if you don't, you're going to forget about it 3 or 4 hours afterwards. You won't be able to put it back, because it was just like an emotional thing and you just felt it at that particular moment. I'm the same. I understand you completely. Yeah. So
I did, and
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, continue. Yeah.
No, and yes, and I at that moment when I was in the bathroom, like I said, it was supposed to be a spiritually driven song.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we changed it. And I feel like what I wrote lyrically was so much better. Not saying that I won't go back and do a song that's, praising God or whatever, but I felt what was going on now, and what's literally been going on as far as Black Americans have, dealt with so much racism and things like that. But I felt like what has been going on now really compelled me to write when I wrote.
Cool.
So I'm glad I changed those lyrics.
Well, we're happy about the result. Claude Dufort on Facebook here just wrote, "I love you, Kia, so much." And he even he even posted the YouTube link to "I Love You."
My Jesus!
I mean,
oh my goodness! Thank you.
I mean, I think you got a groupie.
No, this is beautiful. You know what?
You got your groupie.
I'm here. But you know what? I would have never thought that my whole thing is I never wanted to be called a singer. Singer to me is so cliche. It's kind of like I'm more of somebody, I just like to create. And, I you probably don't know this, but I'm a poet. So if you really listen to any of the songs that I wrote, the lyrics are very poetic because that's the poet in me. Now, I've been writing poetry since I was 14, and I've been performing poetry for a very long time too.
Yeah. The craft of wording and using words is something very special. Yeah, you definitely have that. Kia, I feel we could talk for an hour, but unfortunately, we have to go and listen to this brand new single. People who want to get in touch with Kia, KiaMichaels.com.
No, it's musicbykia.com. That's my website, www.musicbykia.com. Or why don't you follow me on Instagram and Facebook under Music by Kia, Twitter under Music by Kia, or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Kia TV. And I spell my name, Kea TV.
Terrific. Can people buy your music on your website?
Yes, they can. My music is available on my website and all digital platforms, and they can stream it as well. I'm on Spotify, Deezer, Pandora, everywhere.
Terrific. Great. Okay, so messages are Fatima in the UK. Wow. Great interview. Mogsy, lovely lady. Kia, you are very much loved, and I really want to thank you so much for spending some time on a Sunday morning to talk to us about your career and this brand new single. So I'm going to let you go. Anything you want to say to our listeners that are from just about everywhere? Just like...
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for supporting me. And, I have more music coming, so just make sure you follow me. And let's keep going. That's it. Thank you so much.
Kia Michaels, a big hug. Thank you very much. And a great year to you.
All right.
Cool.
Likewise.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. Bye-bye now.
Same here. Bye. That was Kia Michaels, people. So, that was a good 24 minutes. So, things happen like this when you have a great connection and the conversation is terrific. This is what happens. So, we're going to go to this brand new one by Kia Michaels, which is called "Holler If You Hear Me."